Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to our forum discussion today. My name is Muhammad Zairikwan bin Mazri and I'm your moderator for today. Today we are not alone because I have three other panel who will talk about cultural heritage. Let me introduce them to you. This is our first panel, which is Muhammad Abdullah bin Muhammad Nur Azlan, or you can call Abdullah. And the second one is Masina binti Devi as our second panel, or we can call it Mas Lina. And last one is Victorina Barbara Nuya Anabraji will be our third panel, or we can call it Victorina. Alright. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Alright. I hope our panel are in a good condition. So today we want to talk about cultural heritage games. There are so many cultural heritage games, but today we want to talk about gasing or spinning top. As we know, the gasing is one of our famous traditional games of the Malays since time immemorial. Usually, the gasing are played after the harvest and the gasing is contested between villages. The winner is calculated based on the length of time the gasing is able to spin. This game was very famous once upon a time, but this game is less played by the community, especially for the current generation due to several factors. So, about this topic, I would like to ask some questions for our panel. For the first question, I want to ask our first panel, which is Mr. Dollar or Abdullah. Okay, Abdullah, can you tell me more about gasing in detail?
Gasing is a type of game that can rotate on its axis. Gasing is a traditional game of Malay and is usually played after the harvest season. The gasing contest between village and the winner will be calculated based on the length of time the top are able to spin. Some type of gasing that are only available in Kelantan are gasing timah and gasing lepel. Gasing is made of baru, kemuni, merbau, rambai, durian dan kundang. The wood will be processed so that it becomes a gasing shape. The game is a fun and a symbol of cultural heritage that is highly valued.
Thank you for a beautiful and clear explanation. This means gasing is famous and played all over Southeast Asia. It involves spinning a top using a rope or a hand, and is often played during festival and competition. The game represents balance and harmony and is an important part of the region's cultural heritage. Okay, Mas Lina, I want to ask you for a second question. What innovative design and material have been developed for use in the making of gasing?
Gasing have evolved with innovative methods and design. Traditionally made from hardwoods, modern versions now use materials like synthetic plastic, carbon fiber, and metal for better durability like weight and performance. Some high performance tops incorporate precision bearings or magnetic stabilization for smoother longer spin. Aerodynamic design reduces resistance, while modular weight option allow customization for balance and speed. LED light up and events, smart tops with sensor for tracking performance at the tip with twist. Sustainable materials like bamboo and recycled plastic are becoming more popular, making gasing more eco-friendly. This innovation keep the traditions alive while enhancing functionality and fun.
Alright. Thank you, Masina, for the great answer. We all can agree that gasing has been through a huge revolution from its material and also design. Now, let's move to our third panel to ask a question. Victorina, how can we attract the younger generation to play gasing, and what are the measures that can be taken?
I think we can attract the younger generation to play gasing from modernism, the game which is introduced modern design. of guessing, such as create guessing top which colorful, innovative and customizable is designed to attract the younger generation. Besides that, we can also develop app or online game that simulate guessing gameplay, blending physical and digital experience. Another than that, the measure that can be taken is revamp the game for modern appeal, like create event and lightweight guessing using contemporary material and style. In addition, we can innovate gameplay models such as add new exciting rules and challenges to make guessing more engaging and determined.
Thank you for the incredible idea. Just like what Victorina has said just now, by creating this game in an online game and making improvement to the top in terms of pattern can attract people attention, especially the young people of today who are more into technology. So, for the next question, I want to ask Mr. Dola again. Abdullah, what do you think that this cultural heritage is still important in the younger generations?
In my opinion, cultural heritage is important for the younger generation because it helps them understand their identity and origins, giving them a sense of pride and togetherness. Cultural tradition also teach important value and serve as an inspiration for creativity in art, music and technology. Value and serve technology additional engaging in culture had to certain relationship within communities and respect diversity globally. Culture heritage also hold value knowledge such as sustainable way of life and harmony with nature. Preserving culture means preserving heritage and shaping a more responsible generation.
Thank you for the best answer. Cultural heritage is important to the younger generation as it helps them understand their identity, foster pride and promotes unity. It teaches valuable life lessons, inspire creativity and strengthen community relationship. Preserving culture and tradition also supports sustainability and respect for diversity, shaping a more responsible future. So for the next question is for Maslina. What consequences does this cultural heritage have on our nation economy and tourism?
Thank you for your question. Casting a traditional Malay game that involves spinning a top can have a positive impact on nation economy and tourism through cultural heritage tourism, which is economy benefits. Gasing has been commercialized as a tourism product, generation revenue for the economy, such as creating jobs and supporting small business. Other than that, it's helped us to promoting cultural interests like handicraft revival, the demands for handmade casing, tops and related cultural items supports the preservation of traditional craftsmanship that contributing to the creative economy.
Oh, right. Thank you for the answer, Maslina. Guessing traditional Malay games can boost the economy and tourism by creating jobs and supporting small businesses. It's also helped preserve traditional craft and promotes the creative economy. Okay, for the next question, I want to ask Victorina a question again. Do you agree that the authorities that should bring back the guessing game and why?
Yes, I believe the authorities should bring back the guessing game because promoting traditional sport. Guessing is unique and cultural signification alternative. By promoting the traditional sport, Authorities can take an opportunity for diversity in sporting activity and can attracting interest from both local and tourists. Next, tourist and culture promotion. Gasing can serve as third culture attraction for both local and international tourists. Organizer Gasing tournament or culture festival can move local tourists and highlight the richness of Malay tradition.
Alright, thank you for your statement. Like what Veterina said just now, bringing back the gasing game would promote traditional sport, attract both local and tourists, and boost local tourism. It will also highlight the richness of Malay culture and tradition through events like tournament and festival. For the next question is for our first panel. So, Abidullah, what do you think if cultural heritage game like gasing is included in the school curriculum by the education government?
I think including a culture heritage game like the gasing game is a good idea because it brings a lot of benefit to students. It can help preserve traditional game from being forgotten, while ensuring that cultural heritage continues to be passed on to future generation. Games like this can also educate students so they can continue the culture, cultivate an interest in traditional game. In addition, he can cultivate a sense of pride in his own culture. Games such as gasing also provide an opportunity for students to understand the value of creativity and can inspire them to modernize this game to be relevant in the modern world. By involving the student in these activities, it not only strengthens the bond between students from different backgrounds, but also provide a cultural experience that brings all together.
Alright, thank you Mr. Love for such a great answer. Based on Abidullah's answer, we all know that including heritage games like gasing in the school curriculum is a great idea. It helps preserve tradition, promote physical activity and foster appreciation for local culture. It also encourages teamwork, creativity and social skills while bringing students together and enhancing their overall development. Okay, last but not least, I want to ask Masdina for the last time. What aspect of cultural legacy have changed from then to now and why?
This changes because in societal priorities, technology and culture. First of all, it is because design and craft. In the past, traditional gasing was using natural material like hardwood and bamboo. The craft was reflected local tradition with its unique design and style. It is changes because competitive performance has influenced the transition from handmade gasing to machine craft ones. Furthermore, in the past, while there was friendly competition, focus of going was more on participation with skill sharing and enjoyment. It is changes for now because the trend in traditional games has elevated into the realm of competitive sport and attracting new players.
Alright. Thank you Masina for the incredible answer. Based on Masina's answer, we can see that the changes in gasing are due to shift in social priorities, technology and culture. Traditional handmade gasing made from natural material has been replaced by machine-crafted version for better performance. Additionally, while gasing used to focus on enjoyment, skill sharing, it has now become a competitive sport attracting new players. So finally, we are at the end. For the last question for this forum, I would like to ask Victorina, what are your hopes for the younger generation regarding this cultural heritage?
My hope for the younger generation regarding cultural heritage, especially gasing, is so that they can apply this traditional game in their daily life, just as modern adaptation can modernize and adapt Gazing to fit current interests, such as by organizing competition, integrating it into educational program, or using social media to share its culture important. I hope that there will be many more young generation who want to venture into this cultural heritage until the end of the generation, which the latest modern technology that can attract their interest in the heritage.
Oh, right. Thank you, Veterina, for the amazing answer and hope. Based on Veterina says that the younger generation can help modernize and adapt Gazing by organizing competition, including it in educational program, and use social media to highlight its culture significance. So that will be our last question and answer for our forum discussion today. As we conclude today's forum discussion, we can confidently say that Gazing is a traditional Malay game with deep cultural significance and that can have a positive impact on the economy, tourism and education. By modernizing and adapting Gazing through competition, education program and social media, it can attract a new generation of players while preserving its heritage. This will not only promote a local tradition but also contribute to the creative economy, boost tourism and foster a sense of pride in culture identity. Integrating Gazing into modern society can ensure that it continues to thrive and inspire future generations. So, it's the end of our today forum discussion. I hope you all find something useful in this forum. That's all from me and our panel. Thank you and see you again.